Hello, my friends. Welcome to another awesome week of March. This week is going to be a really fun one, and this is all about Joshua winning the battle with Moses, and he had to hold the hands up, and every time that Moses' hands fell down, then the Israelites would start losing the battle, that kind of thing. And so it's going to be a really fun story to reenact with the kids in just a little bit, okay? This first activity, well, you'll probably want to go through the rules again, too. This is really going to help us with the behavioral things that are going on so that we can really focus on teaching Jesus. That's the big key, okay? Teaching Jesus. And so this first activity, just have them think of songs that have whatever word that you come up with in them. So, for instance, if you're like, someone tell me some songs about love, right? And then they start naming off, okay, well, Jesus loves me. And they just start naming off all of those different songs about love. See how many of those they can get, and then switch the word up to something different, okay? You can even go with Jesus, right? So tell me songs that start with Jesus or that have the word Jesus in it, that kind of stuff. And so that's just getting their minds working and whatnot. This next activity, what you're going to do is you're going to have some of these or something to pass around, okay? It basically just has to be something they can pass around, so you can be creative with this too. And you're going to have them getting pairs, and what they're going to do is their challenge is to do a noodle pass game or a stick pass game and make it as far of a distance as they possibly can while still being able to grab their partner's object, okay? So, for instance, if we're playing with sticks, right, then you have one kid that has a stick over here and he's holding it with his left hand. The other kid is over here and he's holding it with his left hand. And on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go, they drop their stick and they try to grab their partner stick. And so it would be like that. And then every round that you do, they get a little bit further apart. And so see how far apart that the kids can go without actually dropping the sticks, with still being able to catch them, okay? So if you played Noodle Pass before, it's basically the same concept, except for you're doing it with pairs or doing it in twos, okay? Now this next activity, it's going to be right after the Bible story. And again, this is the Bible story of Moses and the hands up in the air. And he had friends or people that came and helped him hold his hands up in the air so that the Amalekites could, so the Amalekites could lose, right? And the Israelites could win. And so this is a game of freeze tag. And what you're going to do with the game of freeze tag, and I would recommend doing this in a bigger group. So maybe like 4th and 5th grader combining, or, something like that. However you can combine it to where you have enough kids to play this game well would be awesome. But the thing is, you only have 2 Amalekites, okay? And they're the taggers. And so if they tag someone, they have to freeze until an Israelite comes by and tags them to unfreeze them, okay? But you also have a Moses character, and at any point, the Moses character can be helped or have their hands held up by 2 other members of the Israelites, okay, to help him hold his hands up. And so Moses is holding his hands up, and every time his hands fall, you have to yell freeze, and then that's when the Amalekites can come and tag as many Israelites as they can for 3 seconds, okay? Now, the Amalekites basically just have free range at that point. So at any other point during the game, they're still able to tag and whatnot and untag and do the freeze game thing. But when you call freeze, because Moses' hands fell down for just a second, then they have 3 seconds of everyone's frozen, and they have to actually freeze whoever is frozen to be permanently frozen for that game, okay? And so if the Amalekites start to really dominate the game, definitely call time on that round before the Amalekites win, okay? And this is where it's going to be important combining groups so that you have enough people to play this game well, okay? So combine with other small groups. This next activity, you'll have some blindfolds, and you'll have like a minefield going on and some different objects that kids have to pick up. And so you can do this in one group with your own group, or you can split it up into 2 teams and see who does it quick and who can get the most objects, whatever you want to do there. But with that, there will be a kid blindfolded, and the other kids will be directing them on where to go to pick up the objects, but to avoid the minefield, okay? Now, minefield equals pieces of paper that are on the ground, and so you kind of spread them out wherever, and then they have different objects that they can pick up. So say we have say we have a cup, right? And this cup is on the ground, they have to pick up that cup, and that's one of the objects. Then the kid that is directing has to direct the kid to go pick up the object without stepping on the mines. If they step on the mines, they die and they're out for that round, okay? Next person goes. So see how many objects the kids can pick up or listen to instructions really well, but it's all about helping someone do something, okay? That's what this one's all about. So the next activity, you will have kids divide into 2 teams for this one because you'll have 2 sets of the memory verse, and it's a race, okay? You'll use those bandanas again so that you can blindfold them, and they are going to race by, again, listening to their partner to go find their partner or their team to go find the cup and pick up 1 stick at a time from the cup. 1 stick at a time from the cup, bring it back to their team, all while being blindfolded. And then they pass off the blindfold to the next kid. The next kid has to go pick up another stick and bring it back to their team. Once they get back to their team, they can have their blindfold undone, and then they have to put the verse in order. So whichever team does it the fastest wins. To make it a little more challenging, you can move the cups around while they are switching the bandanas to another kid. And so if, it's too easy because they kind of know the general direction, move the cup as soon as the next kid is blindfolded, and then that makes it a little bit harder for them, okay? And then this next one, you'll actually take these verse sticks, and then I want you to go ahead and have them write the name of their partner. So have them pair up into partners, and then they can write their name of their partner on one of these sticks. Make sure you tell them, hey, we're using these sticks for second service too, so don't make a mess of them or don't do anything, don't break them, nothing like that, right? But have them write the name of their partner on the sticks, and then pray for that partner during prayer time. And that's it for this week, guys. Thank you guys again so much for all that you do. This week's secret word is going to be Yoda. And so say the word Yoda to me, and then you will get entered into the drawing as well. Thank you guys. See you soon.